What is up, everybody? It's your boy Bobby's from Bobby's Breakdowns. Forgive my voice and my stuffiness. Tonight, we will be reviewing Scream 6. Now, it is a spoiler review. Remember, I don't do non-spoiler reviews. So I will be revealing everything. Who dies, who are the killers, everything. Now, going into this movie, I wasn't sure what to expect. But I was really surprised by the end of it, how much I liked it. So let's dive right in. We start off with the infamous phone ring, because, of course, it's Scream. We see Samara Weaving in a restaurant waiting for her date. The date gets lost and calls, and he hits her with the "What's your favorite scary movie" line. And, of course, we all know where this is going, but she doesn't. So she goes out to the alley to find him. Mistake on her part. And then Ghostface comes up, stabs her a bunch of times, kills her. There's blood on the mask. It was kind of cool. Then Ghostface reveals himself. Now, this is the earliest we've ever had a Ghostface, so we think, as Jason. Like I said, first time that's ever happened. And then he runs into Tara after murdering Samara and wants to see her at the party later. You know, there's some sparks there. Maybe. Now we have Ghostface call Jason, and Jason thinks it's a prank because he thinks it's Greg, because they wanted to kill Samara Weaving, which they did, to honor Richie's movie. It's a major play, which comes in later. And by the way, I did say Samara Weaving would be the opening kill on my stream. I knew it. We have Samara Weaving, which is a very big name in the horror community, playing Laura Crane.
Yeah.
I smell opening kill.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh
Okay,
yeah.
you do too?
Yeah. That's
Okay.
opening kill right there.
Yeah.
That's opening kill.
Because I do have on here who's opening kill, and the first thing I thought of, I was like, Samara Weaving is a big name. Jason is watching the Friday the 13th while on the phone, and they talk about the Ghostface from Scream 5. Ghostface is just messing with Jason at this point before just brutally murdering him. And then we see Greg in the refrigerator. Ghostface doesn't really care about finishing the film yet. Then hello, Sam, the main character. We see her in her therapist's office. She's talking to the therapist. She tells the therapist that Billy is her father, Billy Loomis, and that she stabbed Richie 22 times in Scream 5. The therapist is even like, So then we see Sam go to her apartment. Remember, this is in New York City for the first time, with about 3 or 4 locks. Then we meet Quinn, who is with her other, it's not significant other, clearly, but she's a very funny girl. Very comedic timing, very good. We then see Mindy and Anika at a party. Anika is a new character. Mindy was from 5. And then we see Chad and Ethan. Ethan is new. Chad fights the guy that Tara tries to hook up with, because reasons later on. And Sam proceeds to tase him in the male area, which was painful for most guys, I'm sure. They go outside. Somebody throws a drink at Sam and calls her a murderer, because the whole thing is Sam orchestrated the murderings. Not Richie, Sam. And then Ethan is very nice to Sam, and I thought something was going to come of that, but clearly not. Then we see sparks are flying between Tara and Chad. Like I said earlier, they're about to kiss, and Quinn interrupts them, and Quinn just is hilarious about the whole thing. Then we see Sam just waiting in the stairwell, and then the neighbor boy walks up, Danny, and they start kissing. Sam acted like she didn't know who he was, and then she was lying about them knowing each other. Chad then proceeds to kick out Danny. He goes, "Sorry, suspicious new guy," because they're trying to figure out Ghostface. Then we see Sam denying a call from Gale Weathers. That's the first mention of Gale. She plays a pretty pivotal part, but we will get into that. Then Sam gets on the phone with Quinn's dad, who is a cop, which plays a major role. Then Sam gets a call from Richie. Yes, Richie from Scream 5, the Ghostface. She never deleted his contact for whatever reason. And they run into the bodega, and this is where the infamous trailer scene happens. Ghostface goes nuts and kills everybody in there. And he uses a gun on somebody for the first time ever in costume. But eventually Sam and Tara escape. The cops are there. Ghostface gets out the back door, leaving the mask. The DNA on that Ghostface mask belongs to Richie from Scream 5. The other 2 masks, hint hint, it belongs to Jill Roberts and Charlie Walker from Scream 4. I love how they mentioned the previous killers. It's about time they did that. And thankfully, they did for the first time. And they mentioned the other killers too, so it's cool. So eventually they walk out, from the police station, and it's daylight somehow. They see Gale Weathers. Gale runs up to them, and they're mad at her because she wrote a book off of this, and she said she wouldn't. Sam goes to hit Gale, just like Sydney did. Gale ducks it, and then Tara just comes in from the side and nails her in the face. They mentioned Sydney, where she is. They said Sydney is not coming because she's not in the movie at all because of the contract dispute. Then we go to the therapist's house, and he hears knocking, and he just sees Ghostface at the door. Eventually he opens it. Ghostface just comes in and brutally murders him. Then he leaves the mask at the scene. The DNA, who does it belong to? Roman Bridger from Scream 3. Some would say the mastermind of Scream 3. Some would say the mastermind of Scream. First time they ever mentioned him. I liked that. And Sam admits she's with Danny, and they all knew it, and they were all excited for her because they all think he's pretty cute. And then, as they're talking, Ghostface is in the house. Ghostface is just stalking Quinn. Ghostface murders Quinn for now. And they stab Anika and Mindy pretty bad. Danny puts a ladder out. Now, I don't know why he has that long ladder in an apartment. But Sam crawls across successfully. Mindy crawls across successfully because they're stuck in the bathroom. And poor Anika. And then, after they find the DNA of the two ghost faces from Scream 4, they say the FBI is here. And who is the FBI agent? Special Agent Kirby Reed. I was so excited. I did not think they would put her as an FBI agent, but that was really cool. And I'm glad Hayden Panettiere is back. I think she'll be in 7. I don't want to say she's replacing Sydney, but she's going to be the big name of it going forward, along with Courtney Cox. And yeah, Hayden Panettiere, aka Kirby Reed, is an FBI agent now. Then Gale and Kirby see each other for the first time in 12 years, and they seem to not be too happy with each other for whatever reason. And then Gale shows everybody the Ghostface Shrine. Now, this was interesting because they had everything. Somebody was in love with Ghostface, and we'll see who it was. We see blasts from the past, knives, clothes, merch, jackets. We see all 9 Ghostface costumes with pictures. Sammy sees Billy's costume, and then we see Skeet Ulrich again, baby. He's back in 6. He's talking to her. He's trying to convince her to come to the dark side this time around, which was weird. In 5, he was kind of like the goody guy, which was a little weird. And then we see the TV that killed Stu. Mindy doesn't believe it. Mindy and Kirby are very similar. Now, Mindy doesn't think Stu Macher died, which we will get into. And then we find out that Sam's mom has cut her off, and then Tara cut her off for cutting Sam off. It's convoluted and confusing. And then we find out in 2011 that Kirby died for 4 minutes. The plan is they want to bring Ghostface to them. They want to execute him, which is not a bad idea if you have numbers, but yeah, it didn't go well at some points. Then they're trying to track the Ghostface call, and Ghostface outplayed him. Ghostface is in Gale's apartment. Ghostface gets the better of Gale, kills her boyfriend, and Ghostface was antagonizing her about Dewey dying, saying it was her fault. Gale goes for the gun. Ghostface disappears for now. And then Ghostface was like, "You should have been a killer, Gale. You would have been pretty good at it." And then Gale just puts the killer on hold. Then Ghostface stabs Gale 3 times. Gale has a pulse somehow. Now, this is where I don't like the movie. Then we go to Sam. Sam is willing to give herself up to protect the others, but they won't have it. Now, here comes the train scene from the trailer. Now, they played us a little because Mindy and Ethan are on different trains. Sam and the rest are on the other. The lights are flickering. We see some ghost faces because it's around Halloween time. There's a ghost face that gets in front of Mindy, but it's fake. And then there's a ghost face that starts charging at Sam on the other train, but he just darts off to get off the train. Pretty funny, and they played you. But then a real ghost face comes in, stabs Mindy. How she survived, I don't know. But then we're coming to the end. Sam, Tara, and Chad, and Kirby all go to the Ghostface enshrinement. Sam sees Billy again and tells her to clean out the place herself. She can't trust anybody. Then we find out Kirby was fired 2 months ago by the FBI for being unstable. That's what Detective Bailey said. We'll get into that. And in that moment, I was like, wait a minute. Are they really going to swerve us and have Kirby be the killer? Which would have been interesting because she would have been the first one ever from a repeat movie to become the killer. Which I wouldn't be mad at, but I didn't think it was happening. Then Tara and Chad finally kiss. And who interrupts it? Ghostface by stabbing Tara in the back. That was a little rough. They fight him. Then we see two Ghostfaces. It's confirmed. There's at least two. And they get Chad and they're stabbing him a bunch of times. And we think Chad is dead until the end. And we see Detective Bailey running. He's trying to help. Ghostface is right behind him. And then Ghostface runs up and does nothing. Bailey just smiles. Ghostface just stands there. Bailey is the mastermind of this. But then you're thinking, wait a minute, what about the other Ghostface? And I was thinking that too. I'm like, wait a minute, there's one more. I know that for a fact. That person comes into frame and you're like, first time ever, there's 3 Ghostfaces. And I was all for it. I predicted that. Bailey is saying why he's doing it because Richie is his son. Mind blown. I didn't see that coming, quite frankly. Then the other Ghostface unmasks, and it's Ethan, Bailey's son and Richie's brother. Then you have a moment, and it's like, wait a minute, who's the third Ghostface? They look and they say, Mindy? Slowly comes off. It's Quinn. They staged her death. Quinn is Richie's sister, Ethan's sister. The first time it's ever a family affair doing Ghostface. We find out Bailey built the enshrinement to honor Richie. And we even see Richie in some old videos at some point. Quinn charges at Tara and Tara just nails her in the face with a brick. Then Kirby comes in and you're like, oh wait, Kirby can be trusted. And she was kidnapped or whatever. And then a fight breaks out. Ethan stabs Kirby in the same spot as 12 years ago. And you could just tell that hurts. Sam and Tara try and escape. Sam drops Tara from the rising so she can just stab Ethan in the mouth. Some of these kills were absolutely brutal and insane. Sam shoots Quinn in the head, like usual. Quinn's out. And then they have the final standoff with Bailey. Bailey wants to get rid of Sam because of Billy. Sam proceeds to stab Bailey in the eye after stabbing him 30 times in the chest. While Tara watches, and Tara just goes, nice, after the stabbing. And then Ethan comes back one last time. And Kirby pushes the TV on him, killing him. Or so we think. Did Stu die? I think they hinted at him a little too much in this movie for my liking, that he's not coming back. Somehow, Chad survives. Where after this, the Ghostfaces are done. I wish. Not that I wish, but come on. They had him. I think that one's a little too much. Sam has a Ghostface mask, then drops it. Tara and Sam walk off to end it. Then we have a post-credit scene from Mindy simply saying, not every movie has to have an after credit, but before we get to that, we see Ghostface briefly pop up, which means Scream 7 is coming. I enjoyed this movie a lot. The kills were awesome. The plot was awesome. An hour through, I was like, can they keep this up? Well done, Radio Silence. This could be my second favorite movie of the franchise when it's all said and done. And I think it will be. 9 out of 10. Chad and Gale brings it down because they should have been gone, but you need them for movie 7. I get it. Yeah, Scream 7 will be coming. They're filming this summer, I read, which means maybe next year, which is kind of crazy. 3 movies in 3 years, but Scream 1 and 2 were less than a year apart. Why not? Maybe they'll wait till 2025. I don't know. But until then, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you give me a subscribe. Appreciate you all. And until next time, I'm Bobby from Bobby's Breakdowns, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.